Right, I'm going to do a really basic lid, maybe for a larger pot. The ones I did before were very little lids off of the hump. This is again for sitting inside the gallery of a pot, but this is probably about as simple as you can get, and it's just a very basic lozenge lid. And again, I'm going to throw this with the knob attached onto it. I've got a reasonably large amount of clay. You might not need all of this, but this is quite a good way of, if you're not very good with judging the amount of clay you might need for a lid, and you just want a really basic lid that sits inside a gallery, you can make your lid and then trim away what you don't need afterwards. The more you practice your lids, you'll get to the point where you kind of know how much clay you want, but this is a really good way of starting a larger lid to sit inside the gallery of a pot. So again, I'm going to cone up and centre down a whole piece of this clay. Nicely centered. And again, as with the first little lid I did off the hump, I'm going to throw the knob onto the piece. So I'm not pressing right in at the middle to begin with. I'm going slightly off at the side and pressing down. So you're dragging that piece of clay down onto the wheel head, and you're exposing just a little bit at the top, and this bit you can play around with to begin with. So you need to go down a bit further than that. And centre down that tiny little bit in the middle. What you want to remember is that this will shrink ever so slightly, so you want to be able to get your hands under it quite easily. So leaving yourself a reasonable amount of clay when you're doing this, and play around with it and find the shape that you want it to be. Always find that if it's a pot that's going to be in use, if it's something that you're actually going to be using, say in your kitchen, it's going to be storing stuff, you're going to be in the kitchen, your hand's going to be wet, you want to be able to get your hand under quite easily. If it's more an ornamental thing, you can be a little bit more kind of experimental, a bit adventurous with the kind of knob you're going to be doing. But if it's a good functional piece, I would do something that you can get your fingers under quite easily. Using my kidney to make sure that this lid is really nice and flat. And this is a really easy way of doing a lid. This is probably a little bit deep, I could go down a bit further. But this way, if it's your first kind of lid that you're doing and you want to do a really straightforward piece, with your calipers you can measure the inside of the gallery of your pot and put your calipers on here, and you can just cut this lid back to where you want it to be. So say my pot is this wide, then I can make a mark with my pin and I can just begin to pin straight down. Cut away underneath, take away all that excess clay. There's an awful lot of clay here, but I'll turn the inside of it out afterwards. Get rid of all that excess clay. It's a bit of a cheat way to do a lid, but if it's your first one and you want to do a really straightforward, easy one, it's a really nice way of doing it. Make sure that your lid looks really nice. Your kidney. Press down, smooth out the surface. Make sure the inside of your knob looks really nice too. Use your chamois to soften off any hard edges. Use your kidney to take away the slurry as well. You don't want to leave loads of water sitting on there. Then tidying up the base by just taking away a little bit of clay in the very bottom. Maybe do a slight undercut on here, because this is the bit that's going to sit in to your gallery. So you've measured it against the pot that you're going to be sitting it into. And I would leave that to dry for a little bit, or you could get your hairdryer onto this for 5 minutes just to stiffen it up. You want to underwire underneath it. That piece will come off quite easily. What you'd need to do with this lid is turn it upside down into the gallery of your pot, so you can turn away some of the excess clay that you have left inside here. But this is just a really straightforward lozenge lid. Very, very basic. This is very, so you can pick it up, it's very clunky and chunky, but you could turn that upside down into the gallery of your pot, turning away this area on the inside. But it's just a very easy lid to do for those who are beginning. What I'll do is I'll try and do a different lid every week for the next few weeks. Just there are so many different types. And I'll do some more for sitting in galleries, but I'll do some more with flanges next time as well. Thank you.